guys, welcome to the part 2. If you haven't seen the part 1 already, go and check that out so that you will understand what we're saying in this part 2. So, a heap of jalebis he eats and he shares them liberally with one another all. Through penniless, now he feels no less important than a mob leader. The real problem at hand is the payment for school fees on time. He obviously has to pay his fees for his school, right? If he didn't pay his fees, how will he, get the scholarship that he had? So let's just get into it. So just as I was gathering up the heap in the distance, I spotted our Tanga. Chacha Jan was returning from court. I clutched the jalebis to my chest and ran into a gale. When I reached a safe corner, I began to devour the jalebis and I ate so many jalebis that if anyone pressed my stomach, a little jalebi would have popped out of my ears and nostrils. Alright. Okay, so oh, how cute is that? He's giving a lot to the people who need it. Very quickly the boys from entire neighborhood assembled for the gale. By the time I was so pleased with my stomach full of jalebis that I got into the mood for some fun. I started handing out jalebis to the children around. Delighted, they ran off, jumping, screaming into the gales. As soon as a whole lot of other children appeared, probably having heard of good news from others, I dashed to the halwai and brought more rupees worth of jalebis and came back and stood on the Chabutara of one of the houses, liberally distributing jalebis to the children, just like the Governor Sahib used to distribute the rice to the poor and needy people on the Independence Day. So he's telling that he felt like when he was giving the jalebis, the governor on the Independence Day, which his name is Sahib, he was very kind. He was giving rice to all the people who are in need. On the Independence Day, he felt like that. By now there was a huge mob of children around me. The beggars too launched an assault. If children could be elected to the assembly, my success would have been assured that day, because one little signal from Jalebi wielding hand and mob would have been like willing to kill and get killed for me. I bought jalebis for the remaining 2 rupees as well, and I distributed them. When I washed my hands, two, when I washed my hands and mouth at the public tap, I returned home putting on such an innocent face as if I'd done nothing and as if I hadn't even eaten a hint or seen jalebis in all my life. So jalebis had gobbled up easily enough, but digesting them became another matter. With every breath came a burp, and every burp the danger of bringing out a jalebi or two. The fear was killing me. At night I had to eat up my dinner as well. If I hadn't eaten, I would have been asked to explain why didn't I want any food. And if I had pretended illness, the doctor would have been summoned, and if the doctor, after feeling my pulse, had declared Muna has devoured a mound of jalebis, I would simply die. So the result was that all night I lay curled up like a jalebi suffering a stomach ache. Thank God I didn't have to eat all the 4 rupees worth of jalebis myself. Otherwise, as they say, when children speak, flowers shower from their mouths. I would be the first child with the world with whosever word of crisp fried jalebi would come out. So children don't have stomach aches; they have digestion machines. They obviously say it right. When you are young, your stomach can digest literally everything. So my machine too kept working right through the night. In the morning, just like any other day, I washed my face like a victorious student. With chalk and slate in my hand, I headed to my school. I knew I would get the previous month's scholarship that day. Once I did, I paid my fees with that amount and the jalebis would be completely digested. But when I got to school, I found out that the scholarship was going to be paid by the following month. My head started to spin as I felt like I was standing on my head and I could not get on my feet again even if I tried. So Master Ghulam Muhammad announced that announced that the fees would be taken during the recess. When the recess bell rang, I tucked my bag under my arm and I left the school, simply followed my nose, walking on and on. If no mountain or ocean blocked my path, I would have kept going till the earth ended and the sky began. And once I got there, I will say, Allah Mian, just this one saved me. Order a Farista to pass by and drop 4 rupees in my pocket. I will use them only to pay my fees. He's asking God, please give me 4 rupees. I promise I will only use them to pay my fees and not to eat jalebis. He's asking God. I couldn't reach the point when the earth ended, but definitely reached the point when Kamblepur railway station began. The elders had warned me never to cross the railway tracks. Fine. The elders had also warned me that one must never eat sweets with one's fee or money. How did this instruction escape my mind that day? I don't know. And for the part 3, wait.